So Eugenia Williams actually built this house in 1941, and her father helped build the Coca-Cola business in East Tennessee. And she lived here for a little under 50 years. And then her health became poor, and she was in St. Mary's for some time. But she had given it to University of Tennessee in her will because her father, Dr. Williams, was a big fan of UT. And there was University of Tennessee work to try to find a way to make this the president's house or an event center, and the plans didn't quite come together.
I have driven past the building for a number of years and looked down the hill, and it kind of looked like a haunted house. It was boarded up at that time, so the first experience was a really dark space that was empty, and you could tell it hadn't been lived in a number of years. There were critters, there were insects, there were animals, but maybe the worst damage was done by humans. It was vacant for so many years that I've talked to a lot of people who will remain nameless who have spent time inside the building through the years, but I was pretty shocked with how well preserved the space actually was.
Usually you have to undo a lot of history when you come in, but everything that was here in 1941 is still here.
I think it was pretty advanced in how the kitchen was developed. Some of the appliances and all were really kind of cutting edge in 1940 when the house was built.
The original ice cube trays are still in the 1941 refrigerator and freezer.
I think some of the fireplaces are specifically really interesting.
And then there's these little hidden sort of Easter eggs. One are all of the vanities actually have these very discreet slides in them, and they open up to these beautiful makeup mirrors, and they light up, which is just incredible.
My favorite room in the house is probably the library. The board up came off the windows. You could really see the connection to the landscape that space in particular has.
There are some beautiful old trees here, including a gorgeous hemlock grove, and we've been working to get all the vines off and be able to save those trees. We've realized how incredible these 24 acres are. So we'll be adding some trails that will have incredible sort of scenic moments where you'll stop and be able to take a look over the river, be able to take a look to the mountains. And so being able to open this house to the public, we'll be able to have that experience again of the public being able to come up and see this incredible view of East Tennessee.